The last thing. I loved what Eric said. If it's a used car, he's going to have the Carfax there. He's going to have the Pure Cars report. He's going to have the ROs that we've spent money on the car. That stuff's invaluable. That is rock solid value that we're asking him to pay for, and if we're not showing it to him, we're crazy. I loved what Clay said. Clay said, I'm going to have the sticker to the car there, pointing out all the stuff that comes with the car. Because you think the customer remembers all that stuff? Hell no. Customer doesn't remember. We talked about this earlier. It's not what we say to a customer, it's what they retain. It's what they remember. I'm sure the salesperson went through all this with them. I'm hoping they did anyway. But no way the customer's calculating this into their value equation. All right. Eric, thanks for your patience. First things first, there is no such thing as a good deal on the wrong vehicle. The Grand Cherokee you picked out, first choice of color, correct?
Yep.
Equipped just the way you said it had to be equipped?
Yep.
All right, well, let me tell you, there's going to be no surprises here. I know what brought you here because you told me. What brought you here was we had the right vehicle, and I hate to admit it, but we were probably the lowest priced in the area, correct?
Sure.
All right, well, nothing's going to change. However, I want to remind you there's a couple other things that come with this Grand Cherokee that sometimes people forget about. Number one, you got a 3-year, 36,000-mile comprehensive warranty. What that means is if something breaks, somebody else is going to pay for the repair. You get a 5-year powertrain warranty, which means if something breaks, including seals and gaskets, somebody else is going to pay for the repair. You get a 100,000-mile corrosion warranty. You've got roadside assistance for 3 years or 36,000 miles. Now, Eric, I'm going to tell you, I pay for it on my physical damage insurance bill. I pay for it on my mobile phone bill for my daughters and my wife. If you may be paying for it right now, make sure if you are, you stop it because you got it coming from Chrysler for the next 3 years, 36,000 miles. You got Sirius Radio. Instead of you paying 12, 15, 18 bucks a month, you got it coming to you for nothing for the next year. 5 years worth of travel link. That's $300 or $400 worth of travel link. You connect 30, 40 bucks a month for 6 on Chrysler. You got the Select, which means we're going to reduce your cost of ownership and increase your resale value because you've got paintless dent repair, you've got key replacement, you've got cosmetic wheel, road hazard, and windshield repair for the next year. Resist all. Your paint's insured because there is no factory paint warranty. Corrosion, yes, but not paint. Your interior is covered as well. Food and drink can ruin an interior, not in your particular case. Now, as good as our price was, what did I tell you we'd do if you found the same vehicle with the same benefits anywhere else for less money?
You're going to cut me back a check for the difference.
So you can't pay too much at Bob and Chuck Eddy. And by the way, if your dog don't like the color, bring it back tomorrow. We'll exchange it for a better color. Just don't drive more than 300 miles. Don't keep it more than 3 days. Cool?
Very good.
All right, here is your opportunity. Okay? We got a selling price of $53,170. You have a rebate of $5,760. We love your vehicle. We'll buy it for $26,000. Now, do me a favor, real quick with your telephone. Multiply 26,000 times, what's the tax rate?
7.25.
Times 0.0725.
1885.
Just tack another $18.85 on top of that. That's for the money that you are not paying the state of Pennsylvania because you're trading your vehicle into us. There's your fees and your taxes. You got a balance to finance of $23,619. Look, what we've done is we've given you choices. I'm going to show you a short-term payment right here. This payment might be a little bit higher than you're expecting to pay, but guess what? You save the most money because you pay the fewest amount of dollars in interest. You've got the opportunity to build equity faster. You can trade or sell it sooner if you so desire, and you get the title in your hand way quicker. The longest term, more comfortable, obviously. Payment drops way down, but it's also more flexible. You can gain many of the same benefits I just mentioned. Just do it in your own time frame. Right there in the middle, best of both worlds. The question I got for you, would 0 down, 1,000, or 2,000 work best for you?
0 down.
Okay, then we got this column right here. The short-term payment, save you the most money, paid off the fastest, $566. Most comfortable payment and most flexible, $468. Best of both worlds, 511. Which one works best for you? Put a check mark by it. Okay, that right there so we can get your Grand Cherokee ready for delivery. How long did that take?
Less than 2 minutes, 4 minutes. 3, 4 minutes.
I'm going to probably say closer to 4. Okay, it probably took me 1.5 to 2 minutes to go through all these things. But if you can get your salespeople to do what I just did, by the way, is it rocket science what I just did?
It's crazy that they spend, an hour showing the vehicle, evaluating the trade, doing all this, and then they rush to the payment and they try to present figures in 22 seconds instead of taking 5 minutes, slowing down, building value, asking for the sale appropriately. It's funny where they rush and where they don't, and they've earned the right to do that and take their time.
But we never got trained that way.
Hey, it was get them the payment so you could get a reaction to get
Exactly.
it.
Peel them off the ceiling.
Oh, back to the offer thing. That's music to your ears, JP. I know it is. All right?
We can, and you were just recording yourself, right, Steve?
Yes.
On this, we could.
I've got me doing this 100 ways on YouTube. 100 ways. But Chuck brought up a good point. Are they going to remember all this?
No practice.
In school, I would know about this if you got caught with a cheat sheet.
Why don't you just print it on the back of the
You got in trouble. Okay? I turned in a history test one time, and I got a 95 on it, and I went through it. There was nothing marked wrong. And I knew nothing was wrong because I had a copy of the test before I went in to take it. So I went into the professor and I said, Dr. Bliss, you gave me a 95 and I don't see anything wrong with it. Mr. Richards knocked off 5 for suspicion of cheating. I went, that's good, cool. I can live with that. I can live with that. There's a number of ways you can do this. You can almost create a laminate.
Well, you can have a laminate or in each deal, when these guys set the deal, when you fold it over like that, you can sit down and what's really to tie the guy in to do the motivational, hey, this deal is a sweetheart deal. We're gunning for numbers this month. The old man, he's in Naples right now. We're grinding, we're firing. Look at this. I'm gonna give you some points to talk to the guy about. I want you to talk to Steve about this. And you as a manager start writing down and get them to interact and tell you some stuff. Because you're automatically, as a salesperson, because we all got egos, you're going to go, don't forget 336. Oh, what about the resistol? Boom, 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 boom.
And it won't take but a couple times, then they'll know it.
And then they know it, but if you do it every time, it ties them in. Writing is the best way to retain something.
No doubt about that. No doubt. And by the way, I always write this down in front of the customer. Why?
Well, they got their eyes on it and they're believing. You give it credibility. You're right, you're giving it credibility.
And I'm doubling my power of communication.
You're not just saying something.
Plus it slows me down.
Process down.
It slows me down because otherwise I talk too fast. It's not even like I'm from the South. It's like I'm from New Jersey or someplace. I get to talking too fast and people don't like fast talkers unless they're a fast talker. But if I'm writing, if you have a 336 comprehensive warning, it's automatically slowing me down. And by the way, customers' eyes are going right there on your piece of paper. People learn auditorily, visually, and kinesthetically. Okay, if they're hearing what we're saying and they're seeing what we're writing, we've doubled our power of communication. If this exercise alone, with every new Chevy, every new Dodge, Jeep, Chrysler, Ram, every Fiat, every used car thrown in what Eric brought up. You know what this is called? It's called an opening statement. And by the way, I love going, and remember, you came in because of the price. There is no surprise. So we're covering that right up front too. Now, let me tell you how you handle. Let's say that we've done the pro action. We had the pricing talk earlier, okay? I told you how things have changed, all good for you, Eric. And then I mentioned it again. Now, do me a favor. Say, well, Steve, can you give me a bigger discount? Just say it.
Steve, can you give me a bigger discount?
Eric, doggone it. You're doing what you did the last time you bought a car, aren't you? You're doing what you've always had to do, Eric, and doggone it, I'm sorry we put you through that. Shame on us. But remember, I told you about an hour and a half ago that you didn't have to fight for a discount anymore. As a matter of fact, we had to give it to you even to get you to show up. But I also promised you that this would be the most pleasant and the fastest purchase of your entire life. Do not make a liar out of me. You are slowing it down right now. This is a terrific price. I need your okay right there. And all you need, you get an immediate second close. Anybody can do that. There's no strategy involved there. It's just looking at the guy and going, hey, we talked about this. You're throwing a monkey wrench into our plans to get you out of here fast. I need your okay right here. You know what? There'll be a significant percentage of people that'll go, okay, you got me. Because have you given them a good price?
Yep.
Damn right you have. And again, don't forget what I said yesterday. What's all this hinge upon amongst your salespeople? What has to happen first? They gotta believe. They gotta believe. They gotta believe that this is a damn good price. And I looked at your internet prices yesterday, and I looked at them last night too. Those are damn good prices. You should never, ever come up. Go get an offer. That's the way we're brought up. That's the way we were brought up in the business. That's exactly what I was taught to do. Here, Richards, take this out there. Find out what we need to do to sell a car. Go get an offer. Get a commitment. That's exactly what I was. I was not told to go out there and close the deal.
Bring it back soon.
Yeah.
With cash.
I'll be the first one to tell you. I mean, my manager, they penciled back in those days. It was like 6, 12, and 18 months. Okay? And I'd look at him, he'd go, Richards, can you do it? I said, yes, sir, I can absolutely do that, sir. I am your man. I'd walk out of there and go, what a dumbass he is. Look at those stupid I'm like, hey, look, you smoke, right? Oh, we're going to go out and smoke because dumbest price ever. Nothing for your car, and stupid payments, but I got to hang out here for a while. Let's go have one. Then I'd go back to my manager and say, she is a stone cold payment buyer. She's been to 4 other Pontiac stores, I'm telling you. So like we talked about yesterday, there's more selling going on salesperson to sales manager than there is salesperson to consumer. And that we got to fix that. Your salespeople aren't stupid. They're brave enough to go on camera every time I show up, so I know they ain't scared either. There's nothing wrong with them. Okay, what time is it?